You had Stephanie McMahon versus Sable, which was one of my favorite women's feuds of all time. I'm pretty sure that was a great feud in my opinion. Um, got anything else to say about this?
Vengeance, it had some good, matches in here. Like, of course, I always liked the world's greatest tag team, and I always liked Billy Kidman and Rey Mysterio, and I thought that was a pretty cool match in the three. I always love to see Charlie Haas finally get technical in the ring. He did in that match. It was cool to see Zach Gallen get his moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that match kind of didn't deliver, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, Mr. McMahon didn't really like when he
It
does
did,
get in
but
the
of
ring.
course, you gotta understand the Vince McMahon match. He just sort of takes. He's just more of a hit and punch guy.
Well, yeah, but like I don't know, like whenever Vince McMahon usually goes in the ring, he usually gives it his all. I didn't sense that in this match.
I don't even. It's sort of like slow paced and wasn't like great.
Yeah, next pay-per-view was Vengeance, which I do not have. Does anyone remember that pay-per-view card?
Vengeance or SummerSlam?
No, SummerSlam.
Oh, SummerSlam, sorry. SummerSlam, yeah.
I remember the Elimination Chamber match where it was Goldberg, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Kevin Nash, Randy Orton, and Chris Jericho.
Yeah, it was the second ever Elimination Chamber, right?
I didn't like how freaking Goldberg just like ran house on everybody. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and plus Randy Orton, he's not that great of an Elimination Chamber competitor. He really just didn't get to do jack shit in this thing. Ever. And I will admit, the Taker A-Train match really surprised me. That was a great match.
And that also built on the Sable and Stephanie McMahon feud that was going on. And it was pretty good. I think every Undertaker match was pretty good. Next we had the Raw pay-per-view, Unforgiven, which had Triple H versus Goldberg, Shane McMahon versus Kane, a last man standing match. Shawn Michaels versus Randy Orton, Chris Jericho versus Christian versus RVD.
I just have something real quick to say about that. That match really, it was sort of Orton being shoved down our throats, but you gotta admit, that sort of solidified Orton, you know what I mean?
Well, that was like the beginning of his like legend killer gimmick.
Yeah, but it sort of like solidified him as a guy that you could see before you, know what I mean?
Yeah, the continuation of Scott Steiner versus Test. I don't know, not the greatest pay-per-view. Raw was kind of bad. Well, I wouldn't say bad, but it was kind of a drought in Raw. Just because, like, everyone was on SmackDown. So.
This was when Goldberg finally beat Triple H to win the title. So, yeah, that.
No, but, I mean, I always liked, in this pay-per-view, you had, Christian still be, IC champ, and the fact that he won it against RVD and Chris Jericho, I always thought that was cool. Because Christian, he was a good IC champ. There's no denying that.
Yeah, I really liked the Shane McMahon versus Kane match. I thought it was pretty good.
Oh yeah, wait, is that the thing with the testicles? No, wait, that was on Raw.
Okay.
The testicles.
Yeah, let's not mention that. Anyway, a pretty good pay-per-view. Raw was like in a drought for talent because like everyone was on SmackDown, and I don't know, but okay, it was okay. Next we have the SmackDown presents No Mercy pay-per-view. This was when you had the biker chain match, Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle versus John Cena, trying to solidify John Cena. Stephanie McMahon versus Mr. McMahon. Eddie Guerrero versus Big Show. You had the Chris Benoit versus A-Train match. Yeah, pretty good card, I thought. SmackDown was killing in 03.
And yeah, SmackDown was great.
02.
I don't know about you guys, but I kind of miss Tajiri.
Yeah, Tajiri was a really nice
Tajiri was a freaking boss. Like, he was
a boss.
Yeah, he was a boss. But.
Yeah, and his match with Rey Mysterio, I don't think people really realize this enough. The Cruiserweights had great matches for what they were, but they all sort of seemed like they were rushed, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but at least they got, the matches that show where...
I would love to see a really, like, long, cruiserweight match. You know, sort of like what they do in TNA, where they actually give them enough time to get in the ring and work. But you know, for what it was a good match.
Yeah, but at least you gave these guys like TV time and pay-per-view time to show who they are, you know. So
yeah, and another thing about the Zach Gallen match, that match isn't actually on the DVD, which I thought was weird.
well,
Yeah,
they had the I Quit father-daughter match.
Yeah, but dude, is there a reason why it wasn't on DVD?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not on the DVD. For like all you fans that see like this, if you know why it's not on DVD, just comment. I'm sorry. That's just really weird issue. It's on the back of the DVD, but it's not in the concept.
Yeah, it's no, it's not even on the extras. Oh no, Zach Gallen versus Matt Hardy.
It's on the back, and they have a picture of the match. It's just not on the disc. It's weird.
Yeah, it's not even on the extras.
Weird.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why. I don't know. And then we have the worst pay-per-view of the year, Survivor Series.
Yeah, Survivors.
This pay-per-view was horrible. Okay, I'm telling you. In my opinion, I thought this was crap. Freaking Shane McMahon versus Kane in an ambulance match. Undertaker versus Mr. McMahon. Goldberg versus Triple H.
This pay-per-view.
Yeah, and then you had the two. The only good matches were like the two Survivor Series matches on the card. Everything else was pretty generic.
Yeah, it's just none of these matches are really delivered. I mean, I was actually somewhat looking forward to the Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit, JBL, Bob Holly versus Lesnar and Big Show, Albert, Nathan Jones, and Matt Morgan. You know, Team Lesnar versus Team Angle. But that match just really didn't deliver. It was a big plus.
Well, dude, like John Cena, this is probably like the reason he got over was him joining Team Angle at Survivor Series, though. So.
Yeah, but you know, overall match quality on that was really that great.
Yeah, but you're trying to build John Cena as a. But you're trying to build. Yeah.
Really Matt. He was really stiff, and same thing with Nathan Jones, another stiff guy.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the match was basically trying to build John Cena as a competitor. Yeah, don't get this pay-per-view. It's pretty bad.
It's just not that great. And plus, Vince McMahon versus Taker, buried alive, not that great.
Yeah, like, why did he have to win that match? I mean, like, Taker had to deal with that crap, and I don't know. And then you had Armageddon 03, triple threat match for the heavyweight championship. Kane, Goldberg, and Triple H. Shawn Michaels versus Batista. RVD versus Randy Orton. Booker T versus Mark Henry, of all people. They had the Battle of the Sexes match. Trish Stratus and Leah versus Chris Jericho and Christian.
I actually enjoyed that match.
And then the World Tag Team Champion match, Turmoil thing, though. So. Yeah, taking a drink there, sorry people. And, yeah, I haven't seen this pay-per-view yet. Have you guys seen it yet?
Yeah, I think I've seen it about 3 years ago. It's not like, you know, Armageddon wasn't really that great. Of course, you know, Booker T versus Mark Henry is going to be kind of awkward. Because Mark Henry, at the time, he wasn't really that great of a wrestler. Still didn't really sharpen up in the ring.
Still isn't.
Yeah, still isn't.
Dude, freaking Teddy Long was like his manager. It was just like weird.
Yeah, he wants to do stuff like that. Shawn Michaels versus Batista, you know, it could have been a way to put him over, but it's a little too early for Batista. He still wasn't up there in the ring status, you know.
Yeah, well,
I don't know about you guys, but I somewhat like the Battle of the Sexes thing.
Yeah, I thought that was a great little thing. Freaking Chris Jericho and Christian bet a Canadian dollar.
Yeah, I actually thought that was pretty cool.
I like how Evolution won all the titles.
Yeah, it always it solidified Evolution as a great you know, how would I say
as a group. That's the thing that wrestling is kind of missing today, because why do you think Nexus really fell? They never had
the because they tried to make it all about Wade Barrett, and then they really didn't follow through with it.
Yeah, I mean they really didn't.
Whether or not they were going to end the Nexus.
Yeah, I mean, like, Nexus probably could have gone a lot longer if they'd
I mean, like, dude,
Give
it
it them
can
the world
still be
title.
here today. It just completely flopped with me.
Yeah,
I mean,
just
it
giving
wasn't
them.
flop, don't get me wrong. It just sort of flopped later on. I mean, they could have made it end a little better.
Yeah, I mean, like, titles make groups.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, the beginning stages of it, you know, everybody sort of has a joke that the only time that they were good was the day they debuted and attacked John Cena and Straight Society. Well, I really disagree with that. I think, you know, this whole thing going into the Survivor Series, and when they added Michael McGillicuddy and Husky Harris at Hell in a Cell, I thought that was pretty cool. You know,
Why are we even talking about Nexus? This ain't about Nexus, I think.
No, but you know, Nexus was great then. It was great until about the end of Survivor.
Yeah, but that's a test of time that says titles make groups, and you know that's why Evolution went on as long as it did.
Yeah, and he's the last, and plus, like it was stupid for them to keep putting the tag titles on them. That shows that they had a lack of tag team and they didn't have anybody else to put them on here.
Yeah. So, final thoughts on 2003. I guess Darius needs to go first or whatever.
I would say it was a pretty good year. WrestleMania, again, like one of my second favorite WrestleManias of all time. Some pay-per-views were good, some pay-per-views were shit. If you guys were to say who came out on top, SmackDown or Raw, who would you say?
SmackDown.
I would say SmackDown too.
Because the roster was like loaded at the time and they had all the people, so yeah. Definitely 2003 was a memorable year. Definitely second favorite WrestleMania. Had the beginning of putting younger guys over like Cena, and yeah, it was just a pretty good year in my opinion. Deaders, you got anything to say? Alright. But anyway, this is the first ever Kings of Kings podcast. So see y'all later. Peace.